Beyond Tech Tide, breaking news alert. Today's big reveal, Apple unveils Apple Intelligence with iOS 18.1, taking AI to a new level. This update brings smarter Siri, enhanced writing tools, powerful photo editing, and an innovative twist for AirPods Pro, transforming them into hearing aids. While critics argue these features are still basic, whispers of more advanced AI capabilities hint at an exciting future. Stay tuned as we delve deeper in our upcoming podcast. We'll cover the new features and limits of Apple Intelligence in iOS 18.1, device compatibility and user impacts, enhanced features in the Photos app that elevate user experience. Catch all the insights in our podcast, don't miss it.
All right, so everybody's talking about this Apple Intelligence, right? What's real and what's hype? That's what we're diving into today.
It's hard to cut through the noise with a launch this big.
Oh, absolutely. And we've got two great sources to help us out. First, a CBS News piece on the iOS 18.1 launch, and then this giant mega guide from Mech Rumors that covers all of iOS 18, AI, and everything.
A lot to unpack. Let's focus on what matters most.
Okay, so iOS 18.1 actually launched October 29th, 2024, but CBS points out a little catch.
A lot of those AI features Apple was hyping, still missing.
Yeah, I can already feel the where's the beef energy from the Apple fans.
This phased rollout is pretty normal in tech, though. It lets companies test things, fix bugs, get real user data,
Sure, but waiting for the cool stuff is a little frustrating.
It can be, but it's better than rushing out features that don't really work.
Good point. Okay, so let's talk Siri. Did this update finally make her, sentient?
Not quite, but CBS mentioned some big upgrades to her voice and how well she understands you, even when you're not being super specific.
So less her, more like Siri finally understands sarcasm.
Exactly. Apple's focused on making her genuinely useful. Less about the digital best friend thing.
Probably smarter in the long run. Now, the McRumors guide says these AI features, they're not for everyone.
Right, you need an iPhone or iPad with one of the new Apple Pro chips.
For those of us who aren't tech wizards, what even are those?
They're special processors Apple designs for their high-end devices. They can handle really complex stuff, machine learning, neural networks, all the AI stuff, basically. And even then, your phone's language has to be set to US English.
So if your device is older, you're out of luck. Doesn't seem very fair.
It raises concerns about this AI divide, Only people with the newest, priciest devices get the good stuff.
Not cool, Apple.
Okay.
Okay, but for the lucky few who do have the right hardware, what can they actually do with this Apple Intelligence in iOS 18.1?
The Photos app got a pretty impressive AI makeover.
Oh, photo magic. Everyone loves that. But what can we do?
Imagine you've got a great photo, but there's someone photobombing in the background. With cleanup, you tap the thing you don't want, and poof, gone.
Wait, for real? Hold on, let me try that. Sound of tapping on a phone screen?
Whoa! That's ridiculously easy. It looks good, too. Goodbye, photobombers.
And there's more. Natural language search is what they call it. Instead of scrolling forever, you can type photos from my birthday party, and it'll find just those.
Oh, that's so much better than my current method, which is just scroll and pray. But doesn't all this photo editing make you worry about people faking pictures and stuff?
It's a valid point. AI gives us powerful tools. We have to be careful about how they're used.
Good point. Okay, gotta ask about this one. AirPods as hearing aids. Is that a real thing now?
Yeah, the hearing aid feature, they call it, HAF, it got FDA approval, so your AirPods Pro can literally act as hearing aids now.
Wow, that could be huge for people who need help hearing.
Totally. Especially with how pricey traditional hearing aids are, this makes it way more accessible. But we need to see how well they actually work, in real life. All right, got to keep it real. Okay, before we go full AI geek, McRumors mentions a bunch of other cool iOS 18 updates. Nothing to do with AI at all. Want to run through some favorites.
Sure, AI is just one piece of the puzzle.
Okay, speed round. Home screen customization. Finally. You can arrange icons however you want, resize them, hide the apps you never use, total control.
And to keep things clean, there's satellite messaging built right into the Messages app.
So you're hiking, get lost, no cell service.
Send an SOS via satellite could be a lifesaver.
Definitely. And for all the math nerds out there, iOS 18 brings math notes, solve equations right in the Notes app, and use those calculations anywhere on your phone.
Very clever.
And last one, Apple Maps got a huge upgrade. Detailed topographic maps now, including all the U.S. national parks. So if you're planning a trip to, say, Yosemite,
Apple Maps has got your back. Literally.
Apple really wants us to get outside, huh? A lot to digest. Initial thoughts. Is Apple Intelligence living up to the hype?
Ooh, that's the big question. It's a kind of mixed bag, to be honest. Some good stuff like Siri getting smarter, those photo tools, but the rollout being so limited and some big AI stuff still being in development.
Yeah, kind of feels like Apple overpromised, underdelivered, so far at least.
I think that's fair. But these big tech changes, they often happen gradually, you know? Like think back when the internet first got big. Took a while for people to really get it and for all the really useful stuff to be built.
So we're in like the dial-up days of Apple Intelligence.
Exactly. iOS 18.1 is setting the stage. The really cool stuff will come when developers get their hands on these AI tools and people start using AI every day without even thinking about it.
So should people update to iOS 18.1 now or wait for the truly mind-blowing AI features later on?
Depends what you're looking for. Got a compatible device and you're excited about the stuff that's out now, like the home screen, satellite messages, go for it. But if you're mainly into the AI stuff and your device isn't ready...
Maybe patience is key.
Exactly. AI is coming, it's just a matter of time.
Okay, so maybe not a total revolution yet, but bigger picture. As AI gets baked into all our devices, how does that change how we use tech, in our everyday lives?
That's the big question, and one we got to be thinking about now. Data privacy is a huge one. AI needs tons of info to learn and get better, and that data is often, well, personal.
Like our photos, messages, all that becomes fuel for the AI, right?
Right. So we need to talk seriously about data security, transparency, control. Who has access to all this? How is it being used? What if it gets into the wrong hands?
That part is kind of scary. Are we giving up too much control to these algorithms, becoming too reliant on them?
Those are good concerns. But AI can also do amazing things for us. Think about tools that help us learn better, manage our health, connect with people in deeper ways.
That's the good AI future I want to hear about. But it sounds like we're still figuring a lot of this stuff out.
Absolutely. And that's where you, the listener, come in. The choices we make now, the questions we ask, the conversations we have, it all shapes the future of AI.
This is bigger than just specs and features. It's about how we want to live in a world with AI everywhere.
And that's a conversation we all need to be a part of.
Okay, let's recap. Apple Intelligence is here, but it's more like slow and steady wins the race, not some huge overnight change. We've got some neat features to try out, but the real impact, that'll take time.
And as we explore what AI can do, we have to think about the ethical stuff, the impact on society.
You can't just embrace every shiny new gadget.
Yeah.
Got to be thoughtful, ask questions, stay engaged.
Because at the end of the day, the future of AI is in our hands.
Well put. Now, while we wait for Apple Intelligence to reach its full potential, there's a bunch of other fun stuff in iOS 18 to check out, right?
Totally.
I am loving the home screen stuff. It's like my phone got a makeover.
Yeah, those little things can make a big difference. But that hearing aid feature in the AirPods, that's pretty amazing. Making hearing assistance that affordable, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a big win for sure. You know what's interesting, though? The way Apple's talking about all this AI stuff, it's not like they're calling it a revolution or anything, just intelligence,
Yeah, they're being very careful with their words, I think. It's more about making our devices smarter, not replacing human smarts.
So AI working with us, not taking over.
Right. And that could change how people think about AI, how comfortable they are with it.
Okay, so let's wrap up with the big question. Will Apple Intelligence really change how we use our devices? Or is it just another tech fad that'll disappear?
I mean, it's too early to say for sure, but I think AI is here to stay in some form or another. The important thing is to be curious, but also a little skeptical.
Don't just believe the hype. Yeah.
Exactly. Keep asking questions. Don't be afraid to push back. Make sure AI is being used for good.
Well said. And on that note, we want to hear from you. What feature are you most excited about? What worries you about AI? Let us know in the comments.
And subscribe to The Deep Dive. We'll keep bringing you the latest in tech, AI, and all the cool stuff that's shaping the future. Thanks for listening.